Hey, what's happening, everybody? What's going on? Good Sunday to you all. I am the sports judge. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for making me a part of your day. You know what time it is. You know what we do over here. It's time to talk some NFL football. It's time to talk sports. It's NFL Sunday. The Dallas Cowboys did everything right against the Los Angeles Rams. Let me guess, Dallas Cowboys fans believe it's their year now. I feel like every time they do something good or every time they turn their fortune around and they win a football game, Dallas fans instantly believe it's their year. I mean, that's America's team, right? That America's team is suddenly favorites to win it all. Not just yet. I'm not ready to say that. There are three phases of football: offense, defense, and special teams. And the Dallas Cowboys dominated in all three phases at home against the Los Angeles Rams today. It was a great win. It was a resounding win for the Dallas Cowboys. So if they play like they played today, let's say they do in all three phases, they can win a lot of football games playing like this because the defense is already good. It's elite, right? I'm not ready to jump on the Cowboys bandwagon because the Eagles still stand in their way. The Eagles are still the best team in the NFC East. No question about it. But what you got from the defense was what you've been seeing from them all year. It's really nothing new. We know what the Dallas defense can do. What you got from the offense was more explosive plays and complementary football, which is a very good sign for the Dallas Cowboys. It was a long day for Matthew Stafford, who took a beating from Micah Parsons and a fierce pass rush, aggressive plays, hard-nosed football. I mean, Micah Parsons was everywhere. He was flying all over the field. When is he not, right? Best game in a long time from Dak Prescott. I thought he played really well. And, he's an embattled quarterback. I don't know what the embattled quarterback worked on during the bye, but it showed up in this game, whatever he did during the bye week. This time he looked comfortable, was unrattled, and used his mobility and extended more plays within the framework of the offense. He did his job today. And everybody played a clean game. If Dak Prescott can sustain this level of play, and if he continues to play this well, watch out for the Dallas Cowboys. Just needs to play at this level every game. I'm curious to wait and see how he does under pressure, how well he plays against the Eagles, and can he replicate this against their division rival? That's going to be interesting to see next week. It should be a great game. It's going to be a very, very good game. But I thought he looked good today. When you look at it, he showed signs of rediscovering his rhythm. This is definitely something the Cowboys can build on, right? This is the kind of win that can boost your confidence, right? And it's good going into a big matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles. The whole team played good. And then Mike McCarthy's play calling, the best of the season so far. I mean, it was a solid game plan coming in. Their defense is relentless. They're doing all the right things. They're a destructive force that wreaks havoc for Matthew Stafford. We saw that all day. The defensive line, in particular, all day got after Matthew Stafford, made it very tough for him. On the afternoon, this was such mean bullying behavior from the Dallas Cowboys. Poor Matthew Stafford. This was harassment. The way the Cowboys came out, the game plan looked good, and Dan Quinn's defense attacked early and often. So Stafford, man, he never really looked comfortable in this game. He looked ruffled. The Cowboys' mode of operation was to get pressure on him and let the defensive line get there and get pressure on Matthew Stafford. So all game long, Stafford was hurried, harassed, and beat up. I mean, he's going to have to get some treatment after that game and some bandages. It was a tough day for him because, for one, the Cowboys' fierce D line disrupted him, made it extremely hard for him to put together successful drives. And then Stafford injured his thumb in the first half after his thumb collided with the helmet of a Cowboys player. I mean, it was just a tough day for him. He was bruised and battered. He was beat up. His thumb started bleeding, and Stafford went to the locker room to get it checked out. I mean, it was one of those days where he just took one hell of a beating. And right before the third quarter ended, Stafford went back to the locker room and reemerged with his right hand heavily taped. So you saw that he was taped up when he came back out. Yet, he still went out there and gave it everything. That's what I like about this guy. You know, you can't say enough about him. This guy is as tough as it gets, right? Tough as nails. Then I believe he went into the sideline medical tent for examination following a hard hit in the second quarter. So, I mean, again, he was getting absolutely roughed up by the Dallas Cowboys defense, and that's what they do to you. They punish you, you know, and they punished this offense today. But when you're as tough as Stafford is, you can return for the second half and lead the Rams on a 7-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. That's what he did. He threw a 20-yard touchdown pass to Ben Sornick, if I pronounced his name correctly, and then caught a pass from Tutu Atwell on a trick play. There was a little trickeration. He caught the pass and dove into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It drew the Rams to within 33-17 with a lot of time still left in the third quarter. But you want to hope that this is nothing serious. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Hopefully he's able to come back next week and perform really well. He initially hit his right thumb on Michael Parsons' arm late in the second quarter. It's difficult to play in a hostile environment like in Dallas. It's a difficult place to play. But it's really difficult to make something happen when you have a 240-pound linebacker staring at you constantly in your face. And I mean, Parsons was in the face of Matthew Stafford all day. But we've acknowledged already how terrorizing Parsons is. He showed it again. He shows it time and time again. The ball also found Deron Bland. It was that pick six, to me, that pick six that swung the momentum to the Cowboys as they extended their lead to 17-3 at that point. And then Dak overcame 2 early sacks by the Rams on the opening drive with chunk plays through the passing game. I thought it was going to be a tough day, you know, for Dak Prescott. That actually set up an 18-yard touchdown pass from Dak to tight end Jake Ferguson for an early 7-0 Dallas lead. So Dallas got on the board first. They struck early. Los Angeles had a third sack on that very same drive, negated by a penalty. But for the Dallas Cowboys, man, it was a collective effort from everybody. Keep that same energy next week. You can't beat up on the bad teams. And I mean, the Rams are kind of a hit and miss, but still, you can't beat up on the bad teams and crumble against the good teams. Yes, this was a good win, a 43-20 win over the Rams. It's nice. But I want to see how the Cowboys match up against the Eagles next week. Let's see if they can replicate this. Let's see if they can take their level of confidence into that game and pull off a convincing win over the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to see how well Dak plays against that defense. I want to see how well that offense does against that very good Eagles defense, because the Eagles, man, they got some players out there on that defense. They got some guys that can make plays. They got guys that can hurt you. They got guys that like to play a game of takeaway in that secondary, particularly Darius Slay. And then you got You got Jalen Carter. He's out there doing his thing. So I mean, it's not going to be easy for the Cowboys. So we'll see. But this was a great win for the Dallas Cowboys. This was a positive win for the Dallas Cowboys. And it could be the start to something. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We'll talk soon. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone.